Oh man, oh man, oh man. Not again. Yeah.
All right, Joe. It's my name's Brad Smith, and I'm here with Kevin Smith and Brandon Burgess. We here on the HeartBreak City podcast. Yo.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? It's Kevin Smith, aka the Independent Variable, and we out here for week 2, second episode of the HBC HeartBreak City. We got a good show coming up today. Stay tuned.
Yeah, this is your boy B. Live on Underground. You already know what it is. Hopefully this episode, we'll do a whole lot better than, we did last time.
A lot more organized.
Yeah, man, it's a whole lot organized. We got, the setup going over there. Oh, yeah, shout-outs to Medina over there, man. He don't get no credit, no shout-outs, so let him get a shout-out over there, man. Doing this thing, we gonna get it down right, though.
You ready, man?
What's up? You over there sleep, man. Like you about to die of starvation, man. You good over there, man?
Nah, I'm good over here, man.
All right, man.
All right, well,
let's get it cracking, man.
Let's
go.
Oh, my bad, people. All right, so last week we talked about the playoff games. We had a couple of playoff predictions for, I believe it was OKC and San Antonio, and we had Toronto and Miami playing. We both had predictions last week. Mine came true for one. And not so true for the other. It was OKC and San Antonio last week. OKC put San Antonio out of the playoffs, and I thought that San Antonio was going to go to work. I said last week that Tim Duncan was playing like Greg Oden as a rookie. He's playing like a rookie, playing like Greg Oden out
That's
there.
just disrespect.
And he just continued.
Don't disrespect. First of all, do not ever in your life disrespect Timothy Duncan ever again.
Hey,
Greg Oden never went anywhere, never did anything.
How many times?
That's how he was
how many times has Tim Duncan been injured his career? Yeah, you got to think about that.
Yeah,
right?
maybe twice.
You got to think about it.
Maybe
right?
twice.
Yeah.
Maybe
Greg
2 times.
Oden never made it a full season.
Ever.
I mean, but when he was playing, he looked like Tim Duncan.
Well, you talking about when he played Ohio State?
Week.
When he played with Conley?
I'm talking about why he was in Portland. He played a little bit.
All right, answer this question.
He was even on
hey, name another good player from Ohio State basketball team that was good before you said anything about Greg Oden. Name a person.
That was good before Greg Oden?
That was good, period. They don't have to be good at the next level. I'm talking about good in college.
Evan Turner, Jared Sullinger, Michael Conley.
Aaron Kraft. He was a decent point guard.
Okay, what about you before that? No?
I'm pretty sure it's people out there.
Hey, man.
Scootie Penn. You don't remember Scootie Penn?
Nah.
Point guard? About 90-something? You don't remember him? See, you couldn't think of nobody. You couldn't think of
4
nobody.
years old.
Oh, okay then. Then it's so sad that you can't think of nobody that far back. So is Ohio State putting up good product on players?
Maybe not for the NBA.
Sullinger got big.
They put out a star.
No, Sullinger got big.
Eddie Lacy got big.
Okay, and we talking about basketball and football now.
I'm saying, but you just saying like
but Sullinger, you got from being skinny, and then now you look like you done had too many meals.
It's like me.
You done went from eating Weight Watchers, and now you're going to eat McDonald's.
You got money now. You can eat.
Okay then, but you just look like that. I want to do a before and after picture.
I say it all the time. I say he done got fat, but he's still playing.
Oh, okay.
Well, back on topic. What did you think about the OKC Thunder putting out the Spurs?
Okay,
I'm disappointed.
Once again, I'm gonna tell you, don't put some respect behind down Tim Duncan's name.
I call him how I see him. If he was playing,
bad,
he was playing bad.
Okay, and Kobe was playing bad the whole season.
All right.
You gonna say anything about that?
I wasn't watching the Lakers game during the
season.
season. I'm just gonna say
he had a 60-point game in his last
game. That 60-point game was given to Kobe. Everybody know that.
That wasn't given to Kobe.
Yes, it was. Your first 30. The first 30 point. Yeah, because nobody was playing guarding him.
They was guarding him.
They was not guarding him. You know why Utah was playing hard? Because they had to win that game to make the playoffs.
Yeah. So
that's the only
I was like, I'm just gonna give Kobe whatever he
But
wants.
you said the Utah Jazz trying to make the playoffs and trying to beat Kobe and the Lakers, and Kobe's last game, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You think Kobe wasn't going? They weren't going to do nothing. He scored 30 points by himself. The rest of it was, you know what? It's Kobe. You know, I mean, we're gonna give him some points. You know what I mean? Let him. They thought he was gonna sit down after a little bit. They thought he was gonna sit down after a little bit. So I mean, he didn't. So 60 points. Yeah, okay.
It's his last game, man.
Oh, all right. Everybody know Utah was gonna get beat out the first round anyway if they went down.
So I can't criticize Tim Duncan without
you
criticizing
can't.
Kobe.
You can't. Both of them need to retire.
He had a horrible season, of course.
Yeah, of course. But you said Tim Duncan collectively had a bad season.
I didn't say he had a bad season. I said he was playing like a rookie that series.
He didn't play like a rookie. He just played
the whole series.
The whole series.
He
had like 2 bad games.
The last 2 games.
Okay, but look who you got on your bench. Look at all those big people you got. You got David West. You got Diaw.
When they needed him to show
Aldridge,
he wasn't there.
Needed him to show up.
That's not a Tim Duncan thing to do. So when I say
how old is Tim Duncan, bro?
Do you have any stats on Tim Duncan?
Do you got him?
I got him right here. I'm looking at him. And that's for the last game. This is for the last game.
He had like 6 points.
False, Chief.
For the last game?
The last game. In when OKC won 113-99. Tim Duncan had 19 points, no assists, 5 rebounds, 2 offensive and 3 defensive. 50% from the field. And he was 5 and 6 from the free throw line. And had 1 block. 2 turnovers. And he played 34 minutes. So if that's Greg Oden's stats, then I agree with you. But till you prove otherwise, that's not Greg Oden.
At all. Just to let you know that. You just heard that, right?
Yeah, I heard it.
19 points, right? Okay. So since you had, since the Spurs didn't, well, you can't just put it on Tim Duncan either, because Ginobili didn't produce, nor did Tony Parker produce in a couple games in that series. So, I mean,
that last game, Manu Ginobili had 5 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound.
Tony Parker probably had 9.
6 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. So that's just the supporting cast, and that's starting lineup.
Yeah,
not supporting the team. What you got to say about that, man?
It's changed to the old guard, man. Everybody know you can't put up 6 and 9 points to win a game and beat a OKC team that 2 players on the team averaging 25 points a game. And then you got the supporting cast. Ibaka put up some points, and you have a couple other people playing this balling over here. You can't do that. Kawhi Leonard can't do it all by himself.
Well, he just said he didn't do it by himself.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan had 19 points.
Yeah, but
Kawhi Leonard had 22.
See?
Yeah.
But Manu Ginobili, Aldridge had 18.
Yeah.
Manu Ginobili had 5. What was it? 5 points. And Tony Parker had 6.
See?
Tony Parker played 22 minutes of that game, and Manu played 22 minutes as well.
You might as well have Patty Mills starting. So since
what's the problem, man?
They got older at the wrong time. That's my opinion. They got older at the wrong time, and it's time to change the guard, man. I mean, everybody knows that all 3 of those players that was making that little last run on, can we do it? And obviously, it just
ran out of gas.
They ran out of gas, man. I told you, they run out of that do it juice, man. Space Jam, special stuff. They ain't have no more.
How can your starters keep up with 28, 12 and 3? 37, 2 and 9, and 15, 0, and 11. And that was the top 3 players on OKC, respectively Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, and who was this? S. Adams?
Steven Adams.
Steven Adams. How can you compete with that when your top 3 players barely put out your top 3? So I'm saying Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker. They barely had 40 points together.
That's not the top 3 though. That's just the old 3. That's been there this whole time.
Okay, well, your veterans who are playoff. What do I want to say? Playoff. They're used to being in the playoffs.
They have experience.
Basically,
They have
that's
the most
playoff experience.
They've been there.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard helped out, but you can only do so much as one player. You should expect Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and Tim Duncan to have an effect on the game, but Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili might as well not have played
at all. Period. And even in OKC doesn't even have a shooting guard. They just have a scrub that plays in a position because they don't have one.
So how do you put all that on Tim Duncan?
You can't.
I didn't put it all on Tim Duncan.
You said he was playing terribly.
I just said he just needs to step up.
He step up. He was the second leading scorer on the team.
Okay, but the game before that.
All right, let's go to the game before.
I think the game before that he had 0 points.
Nah, he had some points.
No, I think because he had 5 points. He had 5 fouls. He was about to foul out in that game.
Saying last
But
week
you had, like,
when I
people
was
can't have-
criticizing him, that's how he was playing. And then he showed up in the last game. I give you that.
Yeah, but you just need to put some respect behind that, man. You can't just overlook them. What he's been doing, man.
Yeah, what he's been doing, but what he was doing at that point. So what have you shown me lately? And what you did. It's all throughout the world. All right, now going over to the East.
Oh, we wasn't done, bro. We wasn't done. Cause I want to see the stats on Tim Duncan playing in the 5th game.
Tim Duncan had 5 points, 2 blocks, and 3 rebounds. Game 5.
Okay.
And that's when I made my statement that he was playing like Greg Oden with Miami.
All right. Well, Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili didn't show up that game either. Tony Parker had 9 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Manu Ginobili had
6 points.
He was 3, 2, and 2. That's just ridiculous. Kawhi Leonard, 26, 4, and 6, leading scorer on the team. Maybe they just need a new supporting cast because these folks is getting old.
Revamp.
But they just got tired.
They ran out of gas. They getting old, like I said.
They got the juice, man. They got the juice no more, bro.
Well, all right, on to the East.
All right, so Toronto and Miami played.
Toronto and Miami.
Took it to a 7-game series in our predictions last week. We both predicted that the Heat would lose the series, but I predicted that D-Wade would muster something up in Game 6 and force a Game 7, but be drained. And that's exactly what happened.
Okay.
Well, that and Dragic dropped 30 points game 6, but nothing. Less than 15 in Game 7.
So how do you feel about Toronto winning that series?
Well, I'm glad. I didn't want to play the Heat in the next round. You know, LeBron liked to be all friendly with Dwayne Wade. I don't know if it had been the same in the playoffs, but he liked to take his sock on him on his old team.
Oh, okay. But hey, B, did you notice how he said I didn't want to play the Heat in the next round? Like he's a part of the team. Bro, you're just a fan. Relax. I'm a fan of Cleveland too, because LeBron is, my opinion, one of the best, if not the best player in the NBA right now. Even though Steph Curry got the MVP, which is controversial for some reason.
What I want to talk about the scenario is about the Heat is you had no help at all when Whiteside went down. You could at least gave the good old college try and give Bosh a try. At least he put some points up, gave you some fighting chance.
Dragon showed up game 6. Like I
but
said.
okay, that's fine though. But what was you were dominating Toronto under the goal. Who's holding Whiteside? Name a person on that squad that could hold Whiteside. Not Patrick Peterson. Who else? Nobody else on that squad. You can't say what's the dude's name? Start with a V.
Perja?
No.
Balashushes.
Yeah, him. Can't say him. He was out. And if he was still in, he would still get dominated by Whiteside. Whiteside is the truth, bro.
You're going to see what his contract look like at the end of the year.
All right, first of all, like I told you, man, he's going to stay. They're going to sign Dwayne Wade. LeBron going to come right back because you know he ain't staying in Cleveland.
Well, we going to see about that.
Yeah, okay. Or it would be Kevin Durant, either one.
I know.
Yeah, I'd be fine with Kevin Durant.
LeBron said he was staying. You know this collective deal that they got coming through with the media and whatnot. That's why he's gonna stay a free agent. Why he signed that year-long contract or whatever it was, and then he's gonna sign for the long run. That's supposedly what's gonna happen.
I want Kevin Durant to go to the Heat.
To the Heat?
Yeah, they'd be fire. Name somebody. D-Wade don't have to worry about scoring no more. He don't have to worry about being the main scorer. He don't have to be tiring himself out. Let you can be the second scorer on that team. You did it when LeBron was there. Yeah. Am I right or wrong?
He still played.
And he still played up to D-Wade standards.
Because it's LeBron.
True. But I'm telling you, Kevin Durant is a scorer. He plays better defense than he's been playing in his whole career. I give him that. I ain't saying he shutting Kawhi Leonard down like Kawhi Leonard doing, but he's playing better defense. He's a better player.
Uh-oh. What's this?
I like Kevin Durant going to Heat. I can see the Heat giving the Cavs I can see that being a matchup. Giving a good matchup right there. Would you agree, Brad?
Oh yeah.
If they got Durant, yeah, of course.
It'll be the East will actually be. Remember what we talked about last week? The Heat being weak. Then they'll get the Heat a little bit. Let me give the East a little bit more. East a little bit more.
They still would be. If they was healthy right now, they still would be contenders.
Who?
The Heat. They got a pretty solid team.
Bro, they missing one player. At small forward.
They got Luol Deng.
Okay, Luol Deng. He played at the Bulls, right?
Yeah.
And what happened to the Bulls? You get all the way to who? Cleveland. Or you get all the way to who? The Heat. And you never could get over that hump. And you see what happened to that squad.
Hey, you know what one factor was about that though? LeBron James.
LeBron James.
It's the truth.
Yeah, man.
Chicago could beat them all throughout the series, but it come time for the playoffs, they can't make it.
They get close. They can't never close it.
What's your boy's name? Derrick Rose?
But that's a whole nother day subject for that personnel.
Oh,
they talking about getting rid of him.
Oh shoot!
It's because Jimmy Butler decided to.
No, they just talking about getting rid of him because he's just prone. He's just a liability. Period. We don't know the next time you jump that one time. It could be it.
Well,
I think Will Wilson got a better chance playing than
Hey, I didn't want to say it.
I trust Wilson's knees better than I trust Derrick Rose's knees. Cause you just be jumping everywhere, man. Like, and you still don't care. It's not like, oh, you ain't pulling the Vince Carter. I ain't gonna dunk this time. I'm gonna hit this layup real quick. He still, I ain't say play scared, but I wouldn't be still coming in the lane looking crazy, man. You see what Dwayne Wade? You see, it's okay to be a slasher in the beginning, and that's all you got. But when you make your game a little better, when you have a shot, add more to your game, then you should not depend on being a slasher all the time. Because you don't last that long. You don't.
I think Dwayne Wade might have learned his lesson.
Yeah. Dwayne Wade came back like a beast after when he came back in the Olympics. When he came off the bench, Dwayne Wade was he remember 2003 Dwayne Wade. I was like, oh my gosh. And in the Olympics they was killing people. Him coming off the bench
were no contest for the
US. It wasn't. But it was a good catalyst to see how Dwayne Wade's knee really held up after surgery.
I think we should go back to using college players for the U.S. team.
They still even kill them too.
I know. I mean,
it's not even fair.
But
like you said, I mean, since Toronto pulled it off, and right now as we're speaking, they're playing Cleveland right now. So, and in this series between these two,
Game 2 tonight.
They're playing tonight right now.
Yep.
So, as we speak, let's talk about Game 1 for that game. So, who did you have to win in that game?
Is that even a question?
Should be a question. I'm asking you the question.
I'm picking the Cavs.
I'll say I had the Cavs.
I didn't see Toronto beating the Cavs at home. Number one, then number two, I looked at that Toronto squad and it just looks like almost second version of what I said about the Pacers. It's almost like you got a bunch of foster children and put them all on one team and just put them all together. Hopefully it gel together.
Nah, Toronto's been building that team for a while,
you've been building that team, but at the same time, you just it's like you just got role players, and you don't have the one superstar that is gonna help you pull over the hump.
DeMar DeRozan's
stop it, man. Good. He's like a role. He is like he's like number two. You need a number one.
He's a star. He's been averaging 20 plus points.
You keep putting DeRozan really hasn't really came out and proved to me that he said he's a star like that. Just because he makes the All-Star doesn't mean he's a star. He is good, yes. He is consistent, somewhat. But at the same time, you can't say that, oh, okay. So let's compare and contrast. Would you compare him to Paul George? Is he better than Paul George?
No.
Okay, then. Paul George is a star, right? About to be a superstar if he has some help. He's on the way.
Yeah.
He just had to recover from that injury he had. So DeMar DeRozan is a good asset to another person. Toronto needs another player, and Carroll was not the player. Carroll was good, but he's not a star.
You got Kyle Lowry.
Sometimes Lowry shows up when DeRozan's not playing as well. That's the only time Kyle Lowry comes to play. I knew you were gonna say that too, and I don't even count him for nothing. You see, he didn't come in the conversation either. Not my conversation. DeRozan
of a star.
He's not a star.
Yeah, I know he's not a star. That's why I'm not surprised.
So that's what I'm saying. Until you get a star that wants to come to Toronto to play, then you're gonna be stuck in the same. You're gonna be in that same rut. You're gonna be in that same rut with Pacers were. Pacers, they needed that one other person to help Paul George to get over that hump. And they depended on Hibbert, and Hibbert just was trash. You know he was trash.
Was good there.
Okay, somebody had to fire him up for him to even do good. Period. Everybody know Hibbert was not the dude. David West was the only person that was actually banging in. He was down there. He was playing in the trenches.
That was that veteran presence that they needed, which they lacked this year.
Roy Hibbert is on his way to be another Dwight Howard.
Oh, dang. Go to L.A. and just
I wouldn't even say that. Dwight Howard at one time was a dominant player. That means you would have to be a dominant player at one time. Hibbert was never a dominant player.
Hibbert's a big
never.
softy.
Ever.
A big softy.
Dwight Howard seemed like Dwight Howard seems like he following. He feel like he following Tracy McGrady's right behind him. You go to you go to Magic's, then you go to Houston. I don't know what you're gonna go after that. Hopefully you won't have any kind of injuries.
He went to Detroit and San Antonio.
I've been telling you to say that. He was just trying to get a ring, and he sat on the Spurs bench and then still didn't get one. He tried. He knew, but see, he was smart about it. He saved his money, so he good. But like I said, Hibbert has never been a star, never been a person you can say, oh, he's dominant. He never went to a finals. Dwight went to a finals.
He went to an Easter Conference Finals.
No, they went to the finals.
No, I'm talking about Hibbert.
That doesn't count. You don't get any experience points for that. But
especially in the East nowadays.
No, man. You don't get no experience points on that. If your name ain't LeBron, he went to how many? What, six finals? Only won 2. Yeah. So 6 times out of the 6 years has been playing. If you haven't been on LeBron James' team, you haven't been out of the East. You haven't been in the finals.
This is true.
So the West is always it's either one team or another team. It's either Spurs or Golden State. Either one of those two. So let's go to the West now. The last game that we said is Portland and the Warriors game.
I was already over.
Yeah, who's
we already talked about it. OKC and the Spurs.
Yeah. So
it's who's gonna win this series?
Yeah, who's gonna win the Spurs versus these two teams against the Golden State and OKC?
I'm going with OKC. I think Russell will get Curry more. Russell and Ibaka will win their matchups more than Curry and Draymond Green. And those are the deciding factors on those.
So no Klay Thompson?
What about
Durant will always put more points up than Klay Thompson. Not that they guarding each other. I'm just saying that's like the matchup because at small forward, you got to watch for Iguodala.
Iguodala comes off the bench, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The only thing about Iguodala you got to do is, for him, is you got to match him up. You got to match someone up with Iguodala to just get in his face.
I will tell you what, though.
And the only thing you do... Who?
I'll tell you what. Robertson.
Who?
The scrub shooting guard that you keep talking about.
He is a scrub.
And Deion Waiters. What did I say last week? I said I need them to get 15 points a game.
They should have kept Lamb. Okay. They should have kept Lamb on the team.
Game 1, they got more than 15 points combined. And they won, right? Yesterday they did pretty bad.
15 points combined. Players can do that.
That's all you need from them. You need the shooting guard position to get you 15 points.
He's still a scrub.
They scrubs, but that's all you need from them for this series.
He's still a scrub, bro.
Well, maybe for that team.
Yeah. No, yeah, for OKC, all they need is 15 points from that shooting guard position. If they can do that, that's what I said. All you gotta do is tell Deion Waiters, I need this consistently every game this series. Just this series, man. We got it.
I think you love Deion Waiters because he used to be on Cleveland.
I told you I never liked Deion Waiters even when he was on Cleveland.
Oh,
he believes he's a shooter and he never had a consistent jump shot.
This is the second time you mentioned his name like that because I wasn't even considering him to be even relevant in my conversation.
He's on the team and he plays like 20 minutes a game. So
because who else is on their bench? Name a player that comes off their bench.
Enes Kanter.
That's one person.
And Deion Waiters.
That's another person.
That's a 7-man rotation.
That's sad. It's pretty sad, man. I'm going to say, my prediction is, I think only way that Oklahoma City going to pull this off is they did the same thing they did in game 1.
Where the shooting guard tandem had over 15 points together. I just want to point that out.
No, I'm talking about when you take Golden State out of their game.
Yeah.
When you take Golden State out of their game, they play like a regular team. Am I right or wrong? They play like a regular team. Take them out of their rhythm. Don't let Golden State play their Golden State basketball. Smother and get in Curry's face. Like I said, you have to play physical. That's why I say if Golden State does go to the finals, I promise you, LeBron James is gonna get physical with Stephen Curry, and all them shots he beats, them hope for, Make-A-Wish Foundation shots he makes are not going in. You got to get physical with Curry. You got to get in his face.
That's why Russell
You got to play that. That's why I get mad. No, that's why I'm mad because Bruce Bowen don't play anymore. Nobody plays Bruce Bowen defense. Yeah, I might get a little dirty. Yeah, I'll elbow you in your mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the referees like I didn't do nothing. But sometimes you got to get in his man's face. You got to get in his head. You got to throw him off.
So, Bruce Bowen about to be giving defensive lessons
Bruce
this
Bowen,
offseason.
Bruce Bowen was that dude that got in your head.
I told you, man. I feel like Russell gonna win more times than not this series.
All I say is Russell can't turn over the ball, number one, because he has notoriously known in the playoffs to turn over the ball a lot. I ain't worried about Durant. Durant gonna get his points, and Ibaka gotta come up and pull up some points. And then, I guess we can give Waiters to come off the boards, averaging hopefully 14 points a game. Just give us 14 points. That's all I want you to give us. And then,
so you agree with me now?
I said give us 14 points because you got to be constant with it. Constant with it. When I say constant, that means not just one game and then you show up game one and then game 3 you show up again and then we don't hear nothing from you no more.
Yeah, I mean we can win this. They can win this series, and
they'll go to 5 games. But I want Oklahoma City to win simply because this is the last experiment of Oklahoma City with Westbrook and Kevin Durant on the same team.
You said they can win in 5 games?
They can win it in 5 games.
I don't think that's.
I beg to differ on the 5 games.
I really don't think that's.
I see 6, maybe 7. I can see it going to 7.
If they can get 15 points from Dion Waiters,
I think it's gonna go to 7, man.
All right, 15
I give it
points.
6.
What about game 2? What happened in game 2?
Some stuff happening.
Okay. OKC lost, but did that Dion Waiters and what was the other man?
Robertson? No, they didn't do it.
Oh, they didn't.
Yeah.
So you need that consistently. So what if they don't show up for the rest of the series, man?
Then they gonna lose.
Is it a wrap for OKC?
It's a wrap for OKC.
All right.
That's a lot of faith. You should have got a lot of faith in Robertson.
I'm saying.
I don't have a lot of faith. That's what they need, though.
Yeah, but the keyword need and actually going to do is 2 different things.
That's what I mean. I'm biased because I want OKC to win.
All right. Hold on, man. Because
if Golden State gonna play their game that they've been playing, of course they gonna win.
OKC won by how many points? Was it 6?
I think it was 4
in the first game. 4.
Yeah.
And Golden State won by how many?
The second game.
Double digits.
Yeah, it's about. Yeah, it was bad.
You know it would come with blood, man.
They didn't get that 15 points that they needed. I tell you. That's all I'm saying.
So you got OKC. What about you, Brad? Who you want to win in that one?
You know, a team light skin, man.
Hey, man. I mean, I don't like OKC. I don't like Kevin Durant. I don't like Russell Westbrook. I don't know why. I just don't like him.
You see that?
I already expressed my deep loathe for Stephen Curry, not because he light skinned, but I just don't like him because he throws up the Make-A-Wish Foundation shots. And I don't believe in that shit. I think it's witchcraft.
I see the
Warriors. Get it. Like,
I think it's witchcraft.
I know you can make it, but I want to see you take it in and control the offense. You know,
I think he sold the soul to the devil. That's why he's making these shots. They're unnatural. I think he sold the soul to the devil just to be up there.
I see.
And by the way, he's not better than LeBron James anyway. And I'm talking about this unanimous decision was BS because LeBron James made a good point. You didn't call my unanimous decision those couple of years when I won, 2013 when I won, and and he won it by who was even up to be up for who's challenging him.
I think everybody just starstruck with Steph Curry.
Yeah,
They just starstruck.
light skin fever.
Because players shoot lights out, but
Shoot drunk league now.
nobody's done it in one season the way Steph Curry has done it.
I give him his props. He did good for the season.
I'm not taking nothing away from Steph, but
I say he broke the record.
To play like I don't give a damn about this record.
The past
man.
couple years, the MVP goes to the best player on the best team. You broke the record, so you knew it was going to somebody on Golden State.
To make two separate awards, like LeBron said, there's a difference between most valuable. There's a difference between most valuable player and the best player.
It's only one. You gonna give a trophy every year? You're the best player in the league, LeBron. Yeah, every year. You know how many of those trophies he would have?
Well, look how many MVPs he won in a row, though. It's almost like we're so tired of LeBron winning, we got to give it to somebody else. That's how it is. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Stephen Curry was hot this year. Should he deserve an MVP? I think so.
Yeah.
But unanimously, no. That's like that's like saying, it's like you telling me in my face. The reason why LeBron said this is like you're spitting in my face. Like, so I suck now. Like, now I just suck. I won it like 2 or 3 times in a row. Now I suck. It's like almost like put some respect behind my name. You ain't gonna sit there and tell me this light skinned phenom's gonna go over here and he gonna go over and shoot and break records and stuff. And when I break records, nobody makes a big deal about it. You know what I mean? And when I go to the playoffs, it's not a big deal because it's a norm now. You know what I mean? Everybody used to me going to playoffs. Everybody used to me being the best of the best. But who's gonna stop LeBron James besides LeBron James? Right or wrong? So everybody got tired of. It's almost like when you got tired of watching the Patriots win all the time. Everybody, I hate the Patriots. I hope they lose. I hope Tom Brady break his neck. Everybody got tired of them winning so much. They wanted them to be the villain because they got tired of them winning. Just like the Cowboys back in the day. Everybody got tired of the Cowboys winning. I hope they lose. Hope Troy Aikman gets another concussion so he dies. I'm just saying. I'm not wishing these things on people. That's what people said because they get tired of people winning. Just like the Spurs was winning at one time. They got tired of the Spurs. I even said it. I can't stand the Spurs. They win every time. But you know I couldn't get mad at the Spurs? Because they play what? Defense. And we in a punch-drunk league that everybody shoot a three.
Say, I don't know how you can hate on
Wilson,
the Spurs,
you shoot a three?
Like,
I'm signing you for a 5-year deal.
101.
$125 million. Burgess, you play defense, we'll give you $125,000 for a day. And we see how you play.
All right, let's get back on topic. So you got me and Burgess got OKC winning.
Yep.
I'm going with Golden State.
Brad here got Golden State.
So we already know we got Cleveland. So
yeah, man. You have to ask.
Cleveland's already in the finals.
Yeah.
Hey, man, don't just brush off Toronto though.
I'm brushing them off like I brush off dust off my shoes. Because you know what? Because Toronto, they'll give you a flash in the pan game, and then after that they won't show up. I'm sorry.
Last year, who did LeBron play in the finals last year?
In the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah.
It's so sad that you can't even think of it because it's always like, you know, it's always somebody different. It ain't nobody the same because it's like who lucked out and beat this other team and to get there.
It was the Hawks.
Oh, okay.
It was the Hawks.
All right.
Well, what I was saying, what I'm trying to come to is that
it's a different Hawks team, by the way.
Oh, they missing DeMar Carroll.
Toronto is not as good as any of the teams LeBron has played in the Eastern Conference Finals the past 6 years.
I'll take that.
You're going to have to because he was on the Heat for how many years? And who's better than the Heat? Nobody was in the league almost was better than the Heat. Let alone like you was talking about in the East. It was like he was on. Like I told you, you should have just gave him a bye all the way up to the Eastern Conference Finals and play whoever else, duped it out between whoever else was there, and and let him play. It was like a bye. It was like that's why I didn't even watch any of the games he played in the East. I was just like, why didn't even watch them play? I watched ESPN highlights. I sat there and watched the game. I was like, this is so boring. They're killing them. They're killing them, especially now. dang, that was like blowing them out. When they beating teams by double digits, and we talking about the third quarter, I'm like this. They putting in people they just signed off of free agency.
And the reason I say that is halftime now, and what is it, game 2?
What's the score?
It's 62-48.
Who's winning?
Cavs.
And you just heard that, right?
Yeah, I heard that. I looked it up before.
Okay. So we already know that the Cavs are going to the finals and the Golden State are going to the finals. I'm not going to give you my prediction on that yet because I want to see a little bit more of this OKC Golden State to see who going to come out. I told you, the pinnacle games, me and Wilson talked about this, the pinnacle games is Game 3 and Game 5 of every series. Whoever wins Game 3, whoever wins Game 5 are pretty much going to be in control of the series.
I say it's going 7.
Yeah, if it's neck and neck by Game 5, I think it's going to 7. If by Game 5, by Game 3, and you see somebody in Game 4 pull off, I'm gonna be like this. Well, unless this team got the fire underneath them and they just come in and give it all 2 games in a row, which is hard. That's hard to do because you didn't play all the rest of these teams. You fatigued, you tired. That means you got to pull out a miracle. This is like we said last week that Dwayne Wade he would win, and that we thought he was gonna win the next game and then not win this Game 7.
Yeah, you're getting up there, and you're getting tired.
Well, that's why you need another. That's why you need help. Kevin Durant go for Heat. That's what I want him to go to. By the way,
you don't want him to go back to Washington?
No, he's not. Who? Washington can't even do what right by themselves.
I don't know, man.
You got Bradley Beal,
John Wall.
Yeah, but you need another person. You need another person. You got who?
Otto Porter.
I'm telling you, you didn't say that. Otto Porter is a role player.
I got a question. How y'all think John Wall would have done if he went to a better team?
First overall pick. You go to the team that got that pick that year.
No, you're talking about this general speaking. Because he signed a deal. He signed a new deal with. He's already signed another deal with Washington. Yeah. Obviously, think he's going somewhere with them, but he ain't going nowhere with them. They need another player. They need another small forward. And ain't that many good small forwards out there. Well, you say top? Let's say top 3 small forwards in the league right now.
Durant,
LeBron James, Durant, Paul George.
Are you still looking for other people?
You can't. Because I don't think does Carmelo play what? Shooting guard? Small forward?
Nah, he's small forward.
Small forward?
Yeah.
He's down there. He's next. Below Paul George. Because Paul George produces.
Kyle Singler.
Just throwing random names out there?
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
No, he's not.
Rudy Gay.
No.
Evan Turner.
Now you being random now. You just throwing out.
You just trying to find good people to say.
Yeah. People who went to college and produced some and then produce in the next level. Anyway.
He's decent.
Oh, okay.
Nick Batum.
Oh, okay. Nick Batum just now starting to show up and do something.
Well, how you think he got that fat contract in Charlotte?
Because they give anybody a fat contract. Didn't they give Lance Stevenson a good contract?
But Lance Stevenson was good.
Okay. For what? A second? Because he was good because who? Paul George was on the team, right?
I thought they was playing defense together.
Stop it, man. Now you just rambling now. You know good and well that Lance Stevenson was only good because Paul George was on the squad. Am I right or wrong?
And he had Roy Hibbert backing him up.
Stop it, man.
Oh, my goodness. Here we go again.
Stop it.
Roy Hibbert.
3 players I can say that's relevant on that team. Paul George, David West. Lance Stevenson was like a far third. After that, George Hill will give you a game. One good game. He will score. That's it. But I'm gonna say about this how you know the East is weak. This is like how many times the New York Knicks is gonna keep hiring coaches and it's like we just gonna keep turning until we get a good coach. The Knicks can't do anything.
What does that have to do with the whole East?
The Knicks got a new coach. The Magic got a new coach.
Cavs got a new coach too, didn't they? They had about 3 coaches last.
Yeah, that's how you know the East is like so finicky. You trying to do so. Your expectations are so high. How you gonna expect something so high and you ain't even got past the first round in the playoffs? Excuse me. Indiana got a new coach because Indiana's coach went to the Magics. It's like he ain't work for you. Hey, let me get him. Well, you ain't using him no more, right? I'm gonna use him. Let's see whose system gonna work with what players. During next year, done. I'm done talking. You got Jeff Hornacek. He runs like D'Antoni offense, where you just score to play no defense.
Spike Lee about to stop coming to the games.
Yeah, I would too. I go to Brooklyn Nets games.
Speaking of D'Antoni,
they horrible too.
You hear the Rockets are thinking about signing D'Antoni?
Yeah, I know. He's the top of the 3 people they're looking at. You said anybody else sound that? I'll tell you, man. If you said D'Antoni, man, you're just supporting this high scoring league now. We're gonna score. The final score is 134 to 131.
Ain't nobody playing defense.
Ain't nobody playing
We
defense.
just trying to outscore the other team.
Yeah, that's all.
But I got 7.
James Harden will love that. That's perfect for him.
Yeah.
Oh man, I seen the video. The caption was James Harden is the best defensive man in the league. It was a joke. Everybody that came past him, he let him go.
Yeah, that's how he plays defense. Like they said on 2K15 or 16, playing that Olay defense just lets you go right by him.
You step up like you gonna DL, then you just step back.
Yeah, how about the Houston Rockets? What they gonna do now?
We thought they was gonna be good.
They were good last year. They had a good run last year.
I told you they about to get Whiteside, man.
They had Lynn Fever at one point.
Getting Whiteside, man. Why would you want to? If I was Whiteside, why would I want to go to a team that's good and all we missing is a small forward and go to a team that you got a shooting guard that plays no defense. Beverly looks like some thug that came out of jail with the haircut he got, and he plays halfway defense. And then you got Ariza, who ain't really even done nothing since the Lakers. Maybe
because of Cream, man.
And they
act like that don't play a factor. And if they want to bring in a Durant or a LeBron,
they're not gonna bring Durant. You know,
I say or
either one. They're not gonna go to Houston.
No, I'm talking about the Heat. It's about the money. I mean, he's gonna go out there and see what he can get.
All right, bro. Let's say, like I said last week, what team that you want to go on that you're gonna be able to, first of all, one day be the franchise player at one time, and or have a chance of furthering yourself past the first round. Name a team. Can you name a team?
You say that's like one move away?
Name a team that needs a center away from just a center away. If I'm a center and I want to go to a team, why would I want to? This is my mindset. I don't want to go to a team that's going to offer me 6 years and $125 million, and this team's not going anywhere. So I'm wasting 6, 7 years of my life that's going away in the drain. I make some all-star games, maybe get to the playoffs in 8th spot.
So,
and where am I going?
Go to the Pacers.
The Pacers need more than just a center, man. He needs a point guard.
They got George Hill.
Bye, man. I need a point guard. I need a shooting guard. No, the Pacers have a good all-star right there. They just need supporting cast for that team. I told you the Pacers are a foster team.
And Whiteside wouldn't help them out. They made the 7th spot in the playoffs this year. With Whiteside, that wouldn't help him out. With no big men.
It's the East, man.
What you mean? The people in the West got into the playoffs with worse record than the people in the East.
Because they're horrible. It's the East. You're talking about the East, who everybody you can be. It does make sense because most of these players, for the average school squad on the West, they have above 500 records. It was teams that was making the playoffs below 500 records in the East.
That was last year.
No, that was multiple. It's been like the past 2 years.
But I'm saying this year. That was the West.
Okay, that was this year. But
we're talking about this year.
But you're talking about Utah who was trying to make the playoffs. They were below 500. And who made the playoffs besides them?
The Rockets.
Okay, then.
41-41.
Who was a what? Was a third seed last year, the year before that?
Who, the Rockets?
Yeah. That's not speaking much for it, man. If you said Utah was one game away from going to the playoffs, and they were above 500, and you can say a team on the East that was below it was a below 500 team making the playoffs.
Yeah, that was last year, the year before.
But the whole point I'm trying to make is you got squads in the East who are not even getting 500, and it's like almost like, well, we can get close to 500 and still make the playoffs, and it's okay. So you're not naming a team once again that Whiteside can go on, a squad he can go on, that he gonna thrive and flourish on besides the Heat. Why are you gonna go somewhere else?
Pat Riley said Whiteside was at the top of their list to keep.
Yeah. You know Dwayne Wade gonna sign the 1-year contract. Or whatever he gonna do. What he's doing right now is he just making sure that is enough salary cap for now signing another player to help.
How much longer y'all think Dwayne Wade got?
If Kevin Durant come play on that squad, he got a good 2 more years. I think he got 2. It all depends on how he trains himself and keeps his body. As long as Dwayne Wade been playing like he been playing like this year, and if he gets Kevin Durant to help him off of that, you're right. He probably would get another good 4-5 years out that body. But he has to do the same pace he's been doing this past year. But he needs help, though. He needs a small forward to help him. Luol Deng is not doing it for you. Yes, Luol Deng probably averages 15 points a game. But 15 points a game is not going to cut it. I need Kevin Durant numbers. I need 35, points. When Dwayne Wade, all I need you to score is a good 20, maybe.
You want him to hand the team over.
What did he do when LeBron was there?
I mean, I'm saying you want him to not have to be the leading scorer.
You took a back seat.
He's like, LeBron James is a great player. I don't have to do what I have to do.
Dude, no. Why?
Year after year.
Yeah, because look what Dwayne Wade has 3 championships. He did it all by himself, 1.
Yeah.
Why? And you see how hard it was for him to get that 1, man. It was hard. Even though you had supporting cast, you had Shaq, you had Alonzo, but Alonzo was towards the end anyway. But the supporting cast you had was an older squad. And he was young then. And he did it all by himself. And that was what? That was his first year.
Mm-hmm.
He can't do it by himself like that no more. He knows that. That's why he was, all right, LeBron get on the team, that's fine. LeBron going to show out and do LeBron things. Yeah, you going to say, yeah, it hurt him a little bit. He had to take a back seat, but all right. I'll take a back seat if Wilson was the best player. I'll take a back seat. I don't care. I'll get my little buckets. I'm winning championships. Robert Horry got more championships than Kobe. I'm pretty sure he's happy with the rings he got.
I got another question. How y'all feel about ring chasing? They say LeBron hop from team to team, chase this ring. Well, team to team, really calf in the Heat. But ring chasing, how, like players deciding on where they gonna go.
I don't know. My opinion is, do I think he's ring chasing? I think you're just trying to find a squad to sit on and to be on, and for it to be a squad that's like, all right, I can say this squad can last. It's gonna be a good franchise team. Now, me personally, I'm a Heat fan. I'm not a LeBron James fan. I like LeBron James, but I don't follow him like, I'm a Cleveland fan now because he went to Cleveland. No, I'm a Heat fan. Should he left the Heat? No, I don't think he should have left the Heat. I think he should have stayed. I think you just got, sour puss face. I think you got sour patch face. And you just got mad because the way you lost. And then you felt like you didn't want to go out like that, so you had to make headlines to go back to Cleveland on a team that was like, we didn't know what the Cleveland team we were bringing to the section. They already mapped it out. When they were showing up the lineup, the people that they had on Cleveland, when he was on the Heat, when they thought he was going to go over anyway, look, Cleveland already setting up for him to come over there. Look at all the players they got on the team. everybody knew he was going to Cleveland. It was like already blueprinted out for him to go. So me personally, he should have never left. But you know, if the squad's working now for what you got, hey man, like you said, Smith, stay. Then they'll prove the point that you're not ring chasing. If you go back to Miami, now you're a ring chaser. Now your credit is going down. You're ring chasing. Me personally, if Kevin Durant went to the Warriors, I think you're ring chasing.
Do they even have money for him?
Yeah. Stephen Curry is the top priority on their list, but they do have money. They have enough money for him because they didn't get Draymond Green that big of a contract. They gave Draymond Green with the contract he deserves. Draymond Green, you're good, but you're not Stephen Curry good. As you say, he's putting up triple doubles, but he's not.
I say he's putting up damn near triple doubles.
Okay.
That's not what you said last time.
No, he said he was down there putting up triple doubles, but he's not putting up triple doubles. No, he's not.
Take Draymond Green off that team and see if they win, if they break the record.
Why do you keep bringing up this damn record? It's not that big of a deal.
I didn't
It is
even
that
care.
big of a deal.
No, it's not.
That record.
Two different leagues, two different game times.
That's
Shoot drunk, shoot.
That's two different
Shoot drunk,
NBAs.
yeah. Shoot drunk, shoot threes.
The game has
It's
changed.
a record. So you saying that when the Patriots went undefeated, that wasn't
They didn't
significant?
go, but they didn't get. But the
I
deal
mean,
about it is,
they didn't finish. But I'm saying, the fact that they went 16-0, nobody cared about that because it's a different league.
nobody didn't care about that because it was nobody. I didn't care about it. It came to the points like this, and it comes to what I said last week. Do I want to beat a record or do I want a championship?
You want the championship. That's why the Patriots wasn't satisfied.
So why-
So if they don't win, if they don't
And
make
they
it
didn't
out
get
the
the
Western
record,
Conference
yeah.
Finals, beating that record was pointless.
Yeah.
You still hold the record though.
Okay. And
Michael Jordan did it and won a championship.
Whatever, man.
and the record was nowhere close to where the record that he beat was nowhere close to when Michael Jordan them beat it. It was like it wasn't even 10 games.
Whole different NBA.
It was, and then when they were comparing when Jordan beat the record, when they beat the record, it was a whole nother league when that team beat the record. So we're talking about two different leagues. We're talking about a league when Michael Jordan was playing, when the defense was fashionable. You scored off on your defense. You actually had good quality players who played when their hand checking was legal back in the days. It was a different type of NBA. Now you're talking about a league where if I blow in your ear, or I barely tap you, it's a foul. Soft league, shooting league, play offense first, defense last league. Two different leagues.
It's still
About man.
a record that was broken.
And I'm not-
Okay,
I'm not
yeah,
trying to
okay.
hear nothing
You want to
about
get on
that.
the record? I didn't care about the record getting broke.
I didn't either.
I didn't really
even
want it to be broke.
when they was playing for the record, I watched the Kobe game instead.
That's how you know
It wasn't
it's
that important to
irrelevant.
nobody. Irrelevant. I'd rather watch
mean,
Kobe. I rather watch Kobe for his last game. At least I can tell my kids I watched Kobe's last game like I watched Jordan's last game. I can say in my lifetime that I watched with my eyes. I watched Michael Jordan play his last game when he was a Bull, and when I seen Kobe as a Laker. I don't count Jordan's Washington Wizard ordeal because that was like a fantasy world that wasn't even existed in my mind. Yeah, did he come back? Yeah, he did. Should he came back? No, he shouldn't have. But I can say that in my lifetime, I've seen Kobe Bryant play his last game, even though them 60 points were fraudulent. Play his last game. He went out like the way he wanted to go out. And I seen Michael Jordan, memorable game, beating Utah Jazz, even though he pushed off on him, on Russell. Who cares? He shot the shot. I can say that. So nobody cared about the record. I didn't care about the record. I hope they didn't get it.
But it was still significant.
Any other sports you got to talk about, man?
Nah, we good, man.
I do got
What's up, man?
one more, or I got several more, but I can talk about one more. It's early reports say that the Raiders are gonna win the AFC West.
All right, man. You just came to some irrelevant AFC Week West, which is only one team that was on that squad. There's one team out of the West that was even dominant. Broncos. And they're the only team that's going to still be dominant is the Broncos.
Without a quarterback?
What are you talking about? They got a quarterback.
Everybody knows Mark Sanchez?
Everybody knows. Mark Sanchez is out, by the way. If you
I know, but they said he shouldn't miss no time.
He should.
You and these falsified quarterbacks that you like.
I don't like it. I'm just saying.
It's always Jets quarterbacks, too. Tim Tebow and Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez, you'll never live down that butt fumble that you did. I still remember that, and that's why I always remember you by that, and I never have no faith in you after that. You're done. Even them even consider Mark Sanchez to even be a starting quarterback on anybody's team ever again after that was irrelevant. Lynch is the future. Hopefully Lynch does good in the preseason. I have enough faith in him that he'll do better, and he'll do better because you got weapons. It's not like you don't have any receivers to throw to. You got tight end to throw to. You got two receivers to throw to. You got a good running game. So he has supporting cast to make him a good rookie. All he needs to do is just do it like Alabama. All he needs you to do is to manage the game and let the defense play. That's all I need you to do. I don't need you to give me.
That's why I think they're gonna
I don't need you to give me no. I don't need.
That's
you to
why
give
I think
me.
they're gonna start off with Sanchez starting.
Okay, man. They'll start off with Sanchez, and then everybody fall out of love with Sanchez again, and then want him out, and then they'll start.
But if that's what happened, that time period right there allows the Raiders to get that lead on them.
What are the Raiders? First of all, you got to pull up anything that the Raiders did in the offseason that's going to be even relevant to make their offense. Let's say even the offense to even be relevant again. Don't even say Amari Cooper because that's one person. And you see what happened to that one person. You use him so much, you got a man hurt. Your running game is finicky if you had one, and Carr got sacked half the time.
Still had a pretty good year though.
Okay, pretty good year.
And you only
But
getting
did you
better.
go to playoffs?
Only getting better.
But did you get to playoffs? You didn't get close to the playoffs.
No.
Were you even second place in the AFC West?
Also.
So you even don't. You and some other people mentioned this Raiders thing. That's a work in progress, man.
Saying they got a chance to win though.
Yeah, maybe in 2 years.
Nah, this year it's the best year to do it.
No.
In 2 years, you like all these weapons that you're talking about on Denver will be together and clicking. This is a year. That's what I'm
Denver
saying.
already has weapons, man.
I'm
They
saying,
went
but
to Super Bowl
the
and
quarterback
won.
position is a
Well, we
question
don't worry
mark
about
right
it.
now.
There's no question about it. You just need to plug somebody that'll manage the game, let the defense do its thing. You missing a couple people on defense, but look, I mean, look at the hell that bitch. They can just keep reproducing people to put they get. Just put them in the slot and you good. You got Von Miller still there. You still got what's the other defensive end that used to play for Cowboys?
Marcus Ware.
Yeah, you still got Ware. He's still looking pretty decent to me. They obviously shut down the Panthers, so I mean, I'm still on that right now.
We gonna see, man. It's almost time.
All I got to say is the Browns won't beat the Steelers at all this year.
Whatever, man. I'm going 16-0, beating everybody.
You live in a fantasy world
16-0.
where Cleveland teams are the one and only team you ever see.
The Indians can't do it. The Browns can't do it.
The Indians
doing pretty
are
good this year.
doing pretty good. They scoring a lot.
They're doing better than the Yankees, I'll tell you that.
They're
but
scoring
the
a lot.
The Yankees is an overpaid team that you try to pay players to come and they don't ever produce.
Hey.
If the Yankees did what the Yankees did back in the day,
A-Rod
is
produced
develop.
and then he messed up.
If the Yankees did back in the day, where you develop your players in your own farm and get them from the farm and play them without paying them, they always do good. That's how the Yankees won all those championships. It wasn't because they paid. You're the best player in the world. I'm going to pay you. You're from Japan and you pitched really good in Japan. Okay, who is he playing in Japan? Playing South Korea or whoever else they play in their league? Who cares if he pitches like this? Okay, they're gonna figure him out after All-Star break. They're gonna figure him out and they're gonna start knocking on him. That's what ended up happening to him. Develop your players in your farm, and that's how you start winning. Stop blaming the coach. These players are not up to par. Everybody know A-Rod is old. He done. He can't take no more juice, so that's why he can't produce. So he can't juice no more, so he can't produce.
That is.
Jeter is gone.
Oh man,
That was the best. That was the best. That was the greatest biracial angel that was out there, man. That was doing it. He couldn't do it no more. So it's time for him to bow out.
Jeter said, "I'm tired."
He is tired of losing. I'm tired of losing in my squad. I used to be on the squad when everybody used to rock a Yankees hat. You know you ain't no Yankees fan. You just rocking it.
He's used to winning championships. Now they lucky if they make it to the playoffs.
The Orioles have a better chance, way better chance than the Yankees. That's my squad. The Nationals have a better chance than that.
Bryce Harper.
Yeah. Thug life. So, look, I gotta ask you one last question, guys. I didn't go watch the movie, but I'm gonna ask you about this one movie that we gonna talk about. It's Barbershop. How'd y'all like it? Yay or nay? Barbershop versus Captain America. Let's go there.
Because I've seen them both. Oh man,
They were both good.
I'll tell you what, I didn't want.
Both of them were long.
I didn't want to sit through the rest of Captain America. I was ready to go.
Yeah, man.
That was a long
They prolonged Captain America too long.
That was way too long.
I didn't watch Barbershop, but y'all said Barbershop was long too.
Yeah.
Captain America. How you know Captain America was long is if your kids are watching the movie and they starting to get up and walk around and they don't even want to be there no more.
Yeah.
You know that movie was long.
Oh yeah.
And I watched it twice because I watched it with my kid and I was like, man, this movie is too long. I fell asleep on it too. I was like, man, this is long, man. What the, man.
You wake up.
I woke up and I was at the end where when Captain America and Iron Man was fighting each other and and Captain America, did his thing. I ain't want to spoil it too much for people who ain't watched the movie. It's been out for 2 weeks. Should have already watched it.
I say if you want to see more action, go see Captain America.
Yeah.
But if you want to see some
Comedy.
some real social issues going on today's world, then I say go see Barbershop 3. If you want to get a look and an insight on what's going on in Chicago, then go see Barbershop 3.
Yeah.
If you can sit through Nicki Minaj for.
Yeah. Because I like Nicki Minaj, but her voice just got annoying.
I think she sucks. She probably sucks as an actress.
But
Yeah.
Barbershop 3 had a star-studded cast. It's not like they don't usually, but this cast was ridiculous.
Yeah. I heard it was a good cast. I'm gonna check it out.
Ice Cube, of course, Cedric the Entertainer, Regina Hall, Sean Patrick Thomas had a celebrity appearance. Eve, Anthony Anderson, J.B. Smooth, Common, Nicki Minaj, Lamorne Morris, Margot Bingham. My goodness. If you haven't heard of Margot Bingham, you need to look her up.
Look her up. Google her right now. Right now.
Who is Margot Bingham?
Tiger was in it for
It's like, yeah, it was a
little
good
spell.
movie, but who is Margot Bingham?
Yes, that's exactly.
I don't know, man. I still like Regina Hall though, man.
Oh, yeah, Regina Hall.
I'm sorry, man. I gotta stay faithful. Her and Regina King and Regina Hall. I take both of the Reginas. That's just me. Period. I mean, Bingham is she's I mean, I ain't gonna lie about that, but
I'm about to find out what other TV shows and movies she's in. I'm gonna start watching.
God knows my heart.
All right, well, I think that's all we
Margot
had.
Bingham, but if you got Regina,
Yeah, man. But next week we're gonna have our special guest. Brother Wilson over here. We're gonna talk about some these latest albums and mixtapes. Get some reviews on the you know, this Drake album, the so-called Drake album, and then, you know, Chance 3 and all the rest of these albums we're going to talk about next week. Our special guest, you know, Wilson, you know, we'll talk about some mixtape and some music. Kind of changed it up this week because, you know, we talking about sports. Actually, this sports section kind of like, it actually took the time length and we actually went in detail a little bit more in depth with it. And it's kind of better that way when we actually put up stats instead of just talking about something and not having any kind of proof behind it. But it was all good by, you know, having all that. And, you know, kind of, we did kind of ramble into some other stuff, but, you know, you kind of get in the heart and the essence of, you know, mostly what was going on, you know, around us at the time. So,
does the independent variable, -1 squared, have anything else?
Go Browns.
Oh, man. Well, that's all we got here at the HeartBreak City. I'm Brad Smith with Kevin Smith and Brandon Burton. We'll see y'all next week.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Not again.